What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Will Da Holla. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody having a good time. I hope everybody having a good day. Well, I'm gonna upload this later, so I hope everybody had a good day. How about that? Let's speak in past tense. Today I'm gonna take some time out to answer a couple questions that people ask me on YouTube. This video is gonna be strictly about some random things going on today, and me answering questions that were asked to me on YouTube. In the future, for people who's gonna ask your questions. They might just get answered on one of my videos. Some questions you asked me, I already answered it in a previous video. So I know you might not want to go back and backtrack all the way back to those videos, because it was pretty rough before I started editing it. I tried to go back and look at a couple of those videos, and I'm like, man, good thing you started editing. What we're gonna do first is, you guys gonna follow my day through this one load that I got coming. I left Nashville at 4:30 in the morning. The time right now is 8:53. I left Nashville at 4:30 in the morning. I drove to I want to get this shit right. I drove to Murfreesboro. Hopefully I said it right. Tennessee to pick up a load. My fleet manager already hit me with a pre-plan yesterday. See, now we on good terms, because now he giving me my loads like he's supposed to. But first you gotta check them. You're gonna have to check them, but then things will get back on track. And then when things mess up again, you gotta check them again. This is like a check them relationships. He step out of line, check him, Charlie Murphy style. I'm in Murfreesboro, and I'm gonna pick up a drop, and then I'm gonna drop this off in Illinois. I should get a great load out of Illinois. It should be a 6-hour drive. It's paying crap, but for the amount of mileage that it is, it's paying damn near 2 cents a mile. So it's a drop both ways. Can't turn that. Plus, it's gonna put me in Illinois. You guys who know Illinois is the place to be for a reload. Also, we gonna go back here and sweep out the back of this trailer. I originally had plugged my blower in, but I didn't plug the blower into the wall. So therefore, the battery never charged. So we gotta go back to the sweep of them days. Alright guys, so this video is gonna get a little bit confusing. Alright, eventually I have recorded this video and I meant to drop it, but obviously there hasn't been a word from me for a couple days. I went through some things. So tonight, you guys are gonna get 2 videos. You're gonna get this video. You're going to get the video that I recorded a couple days that I never finished. And then you're going to get another video explaining what happened to me, basically, during the weekend. Today is Monday. I recorded that video with the blue shirt that you're going to see me going back and forth with. I recorded that on, I believe, Saturday or Friday or Saturday. One or the other. I can't really remember. I'm going to try to go back and try to remember the day that was. But that's a completely different day. So, red shirt is question answers. I'm going to put that in between that other video. And let's see if I can make some magic out of this. Hey, I'm editing videos now. Let's see if I can make this into some magic. Another gloomy day out here. Man, it just let you know winter's coming. Those of you who's into fashion, that's what I'm wearing today. Little quick glimpse. But as you can see, I ain't the only person who does this. Look at all this shit. This is sweep them out. That's sweep them out central back here, man. Sure it doesn't look that bad. You know what the problem is? The problem is once you have a frozen load, it gets really moist back here. It's not the greatest. I had a frozen load, remember? There it is. Nice, clean. And there it is. Trashy. Shout out to that man, Saint for real. You ain't saying it twice, you ain't saying it right. You already know. Shout out to that man with the for real information all day, every day. I have no complaints about that guy. Shout out to Loki, the hustler. Man, Loki, you already know, I already told you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the real deal. You know, you try to look out for a brother just to make sure if the kid wasn't up on something, even though I am, it's all good. Shout out to that man, Loki the hustler. Shout out to Dominican Scarface 360 Trucking. That is my trainer. That is the man who trained me. The man who made me as good behind this wheel in the truck. Took some time, but we made it. Come over here. Spin this shit a couple times. Here. As a matter of fact, you know what we're gonna do? Let's move this trailer back. We're gonna make sure that it's on the concrete because this is a little damaged here. So we're gonna slide the tandems. And sliding the tandems, it's a little pin, a little lever, tandem release lever. Pull this out. Brakes have to be applied. Release only the truck brakes. The trailer brakes are still applied, still out. So we're gonna push that truck brake in, get to gear, and basically, boom. Now you guys didn't hear it, but it popped. It popped back there. So that let me know that my pins are released. Pins are released, and now I'm just gonna switch it to reverse. Go to reverse. And then I back up, just like that, just like that. I'm all the way back. Now I'm going to, then instead of going back out there and pushing the button in, which you can do, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna push the trailer brakes in, and then I'm gonna pull that back out. Basically, once you push the brakes in, it kind of releases the pins. So now, to get the pin to lock in place, I'm just going to pull forward a little bit. Now, the truck is actually locked in place once I stop. So that's pretty cool. Now I go back to pulling my brakes. Here we go. And now, guys, check it out. Rafael Santiago Jr. Question: is there money being a company driver? Yes, there is money being a company driver. The difference between being a company driver and being a lease operator is lease operator, you have more responsibility, you have more liability. You are responsible for your fuel. You are responsible for the upkeep of your truck. Prime does not pay for anything wrong with the truck. You got some things that are covered with the warranty. Other than that, when you take your truck to Prime shop or a TA shop to get something fixed, you have to pay for that. Your windshield cracks, you got to pay for that. New windshield wipers, you got to pay for that. Things that go wrong with the truck, you have to pay for. You also have the option to go where you want. If you want to stop at a mall and you got enough time to do that in transit to your load assignment, you could do that. Matter of fact, if you're not going to get loaded out a certain day, because sometimes you might turn down a load and they be like, well, we'll hit you back tomorrow with another load. And you see there's a mall or there's something you want to do, by all means, you can go to that mall and do whatever you got to do, because Prime is not paying for the fuel. So as long as Prime is not paying for the fuel, you can essentially go anywhere you want. As a company driver, it's more or less you go where the company sends you. You stay on the routes that the company choose. You know, they control your truck. Shit, as a company driver, and I hear some lease operators saying it too, but I don't have this issue. You got these guys calling you at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, when your time resets, to be like, oh, you know, just checking to see if you're up or not, you know, and ready to get back on the road. I'd be damned somebody, even if I was a company driver, I'm sending you the voicemail if you try to call me to wake me up and I know I got enough time. Feel me? Like, I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Let me get my sleep. If I need 11 hours of sleep, I'm going to take 11 hours of sleep. I mean, me personally, I barely sleep 6. I probably, unless I'm really tired. When I'm really tired, I'll sleep 8 or 10. I mean, I never really sleep 10, but I'll sleep a good 8 or close to 8. You know, so at the end of the day, that's your option as a lease driver and a company driver. Look where we're at. We're right over the concrete slab. So now, if you guys don't remember, at first, the landing gear was here, where the wheel is. Now it's back here, all right? So we slid the tandems, one more swoop, hook it back up. Couldn't even go any further back anyway. So only thing I could do is slide the tandems, because I'm all the way back to the stopper block. To the front tandem and just pull your 5th wheel release pin. Now I'm free. Last thing I do is I take my air hoses off, hook it here. You gotta wiggle that. I mean, well, it works better with my left hand. Come back. Put that right there. See that right there? This is the air suspension for the truck air suspension. Once I click that, it depletes the air in those bags, which ultimately lowers the truck. Those are your airbags. All right. We hit that. See the difference? It just basically pulled up, lowered the truck. Look at my airbags. They're empty. Look how much that difference is. As it goes up, those airbags full right up. Media fuser. How much paper is there to be made in the trucking game with Prime? And that's the question. Probably isn't a true, definite answer for that, because 1 week you can be doing well as a solo driver, non-trainer. You can look at a week, $1,800. You can have $1,800 net take-home pay. All you gotta do is pay taxes on that. You can have an $1,800 week where all you have to do is pay your taxes off of that, and that's it. And the rest is yours to take home. But then you can have a negative $1,800 a week. It ranges. Because I've actually had both. I've had negative $1,800 and I've had an $1,800 a week. So there's paper to be made. The most that I've ever made in 1 week net before taxes was about $2,200 outside of the first week of being in Prime, that you're guaranteed that first week free. But it's not really free. They take small payments, like I think $15 to $10 throughout the whole entire lease a week. So it's not really free. You end up paying for it anyway. But it's a very long payment plan. Like, it's a 3-year payment plan. So $995 in 3 years is peanuts. So you really don't see it. Like, it doesn't affect you weekly. Also, you have to run right. If you're not running right, you're not going to make that money. If your fleet manager is not running you right, you're not going to make that money. So in order to be a successful solo lease operator, your fleet manager must run you right, and you yourself must run your truck right. It is not, as a lease operator, in your hands to just say, I'm going to control what I'm going to make for this week. It's not. It's the both of you. It's your fleet manager. It's your fleet manager, and it's how you run with what your fleet manager gives you. Because if your fleet manager gives you a load that you can have there a day earlier, and instead of you getting it there that day earlier, you decide to stop off and kill some time, spend the day somewhere else, and get the load there by the time you gotta have it, by the time you can get it there, by the time you have to have it there, then you didn't run your truck right, because your fleet manager could have possibly moved that appointment up. You'll know when your fleet manager is running you right when you don't even have to ask your fleet manager to move your appointment up. Your fleet manager knows how you're running, how you run, and your fleet manager looks where you sees where you're at, sees the status of the load, the time of the load, and moves it up for you. I've had my fleet manager do that about 3 times. So like I've been telling you guys, man, me and my fleet manager have a love-hate relationship, man. I think that, if I was to try to get a new fleet manager, I probably won't be in the best hands. But at some times with my current fleet manager, I feel like I gotta check him. You gotta check him. I feel you got to. It's like a love-hate relationship, man. I'm trying to hang in there with him, with my fleet manager, and make this money. But every so often I gotta go at him, and it's like, what are you doing, man? Don't slow down my process. Keep me moving. Keep me making money. Right there's our trailer. So we just gonna hook up to that. But we're not gonna hook up, we're going back in front of it. Kinda get in front of it. Get a little straight back end. So basically I'm lining up my tire with the landing gear. That's basically what I do. And I just stop right about here. That's it. So I just stop right there. It's all to it, man. You line the landing gear up with the tire, and then you just back right on up in there. I make these videos to spit truth about what I've been through in the trucking industry. I know there's guys who watch my videos who aren't even truckers that support me. Thank you to you guys out there. You the real MVPs. I appreciate everybody who watch my videos. And I also appreciate the guys who watch my videos and speculate by going and telling other people. Listen, if I'm talking about somebody in my videos and you know who I'm talking about, then you know it. And if the people who are in my videos, listening to my videos, know who I'm talking about, so be it. Right now, at this point in time, I'm not about throwing anybody names under the bus of who I'm talking about. But if you feel like I'm talking about you because what I'm saying might be true, then I'm most likely talking about you. it is what it is. I'm just spitting how I feel about the industry. Just because I might be talking about somebody doesn't mean I don't respect that person as a person. I think sometimes some of these guys are good people, but there might be some false behind their videos, and I'm just exposing that. You got to be real to the people who are leaving their lives behind to get into this. Other than that, guys, be easy, stay true. Will die holla.
I like your smile, I don't want to see you cry.